Hello, Otterbein residents, family, friends, and partners. Kendra here with you today. This is a very special message we're bringing to you because I know many of you have heard the good news that the vaccine is on its way. We originally were expecting the vaccine to be here next week. Unfortunately, Walgreens, who we're working with on the vaccine, has delayed it. So fingers crossed that it's only a 2-week delay and we'll have the vaccine here ready to go that first week in January. So there will be more information, of course, coming out to all of you with much more detail. I know many of you have questions about the vaccine and the safety of the vaccine. First and foremost, let me say, I have read a lot of information about the vaccine, and we've talked to a few partners and residents that you may recognize to share their thoughts on the vaccine and maybe answer some of your questions. I want all of you to know that I will be receiving the vaccine as soon as it's here. If need be, I will be the first in line. And I'm going to take the vaccine because I want us to get back to normal. I want us to feel the full spirit of Otterbein like it was pre-COVID. I want to be able to see and hug my family. I want to see my friends. I want our partners to be able to do the same. And of course, all of our residents who some haven't seen their families except through a window since before COVID. So I just highly encourage all of you to please take the vaccine. So again, we can get back to that spirit and engagement that we had pre-COVID. And now I want to introduce Nancy Eve, who is our Director of Health Services. And I'm hoping her words and her knowledge and everything she's read up on COVID-19 can help answer some of your questions.
Hi, Otterbein. I'm here to share some information with you about the vaccine. There are a lot of concerns surrounding the rapid development of the vaccine, so let's talk about that first. Drug research and development is a linear process. Operation Warp Speed was implemented to remove that red tape drug companies encounter when they're developing a new drug or vaccine. Often research is held up due to how the funding is awarded, and since money was not an obstacle in the development of the vaccine, many steps were done simultaneously. Drug companies were laser focused on making a vaccine. It was their priority, so the drug companies pushed their resources to that area. Think about a kitchen. When you have one cook doing all of the work with one stove, one sink, one set of hands, you can't get that food prepared as quickly, and you can't make as much food. But when you have one person making the potatoes, one person making the bread, and another doing something else, like in a large-scale restaurant or a catering event, you can get a lot more done. And that is essentially what happened. We needed this vaccine, we needed it quickly, and so they pulled in more cooks. So the potatoes and the bread were being made at the same time. The emergency use authorization from the FDA does not mean that the vaccine is unsafe. The FDA had 2 gold standards to approve emergency use of the vaccine. The first was that it was safe, and the second was that it was effective. There were many vaccines that did not make the cut and were not given emergency use authorization. Dr. Peter Marks of the FDA has assured us that both of the vaccines are safe and effective. They are confident in their approval process. It is also important to understand that there was prior research completed on both the SARS and MERS viruses, both of which are a coronavirus similar to the virus that causes COVID. The SARS vaccine development dropped off because the virus essentially disappeared. One of the MERS vaccines, however, did successfully complete a phase 1 trial in 2019. So the research there helped in the development of the vaccine to prevent COVID-19. The COVID-19 vaccine is an mRNA vaccine, which is also one of the reasons it was developed relatively quickly. These vaccines are not a live virus, and they've been studied for decades. mRNA is best described as a set of instructions for your immune system to create the antigens to fight COVID-19. After your immune system develops the antigens, the mRNA is broken down naturally and does not remain in your body. Your immune system has now learned how to protect you from COVID-19. Side effects from the vaccine are also a concern for many people, so let's talk about that. The side effect from this vaccine mimic the side effects from any other vaccine. Pain at the injection site is the most common, but if you've received a flu vaccine before, you know that your arm is usually sore for a day or so and then it goes away. Slightly above 50% of people had a headache or fatigue, and less frequently people experienced aches, chills, or a fever. All of these side effects are short-lived and usually resolve within a few days. I would add that I will be the first in line to get the vaccine. I've encouraged my family to get the vaccine, and I believe this is our way to save lives and restore the quality of life we once had. We have all suffered, some from economic stressors, fear and anxiety of the virus, but what I miss most is the connection with other people. I don't think anyone has missed this more than our residents. I want to bring back the joy to them that comes with seeing and hugging their loved ones. So let's get started with our COVID comeback, start on the path to reopening our doors, and get vaccinated against COVID-19.
Are you planning to be vaccinated upon availability?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Oh, most definitely we are planning that. We have planned it ever since we knew a vaccine was in the works. So answer to that is, for me, absolutely.
And I agree.
Yes, I am planning to get vaccinated upon availability, definitely.
Yes, I do plan on being vaccinated.
Why is the COVID-19 vaccination important to you?
That's for many reasons. First of all, to protect my mother-in-law and my mother to take care of. And, of course, all the residents here and myself.
It's really important to me. Why? I can travel the world, enjoy life, let us say, be safe for everybody else. I have family that, matters to me, friends, coworkers.
I think it's important to me because, 7 years ago or so, I had a quadruple bypass. I was lucky enough to survive that. I also had viral pneumonia and was on a ventilator. Not fun. Not fun at all. And anything I can do to prevent that again, I will do, not only to protect myself, but my loved ones, my family, my children, grandchildren, who we haven't seen, some of them, for quite a while. So yes, it is very important to me, and that's why I'm taking it.
And I am 83 years old, and older people are more prone to problems from the COVID virus. And I certainly don't want to take any chances for the same reasons that she gave you.
The COVID-19 vaccine is important to me because I want to keep my family, my friends, and the residents I take care of safe.
How do you think the COVID-19 vaccination will be of value to the Otterbein Lebanon community and the community around us?
I think the more people that are vaccinated, I know everyone's looking for herd immunity. That will not happen for a while. We need to get that vaccine so that that vaccine can produce an agent that when we take the vaccine sparks us to produce antibodies to fight the COVID. So you want to protect not only yourself, but you want to protect your loved ones and the people in your community around you. Most of us have not been able to get out and socialize, even though you live in a community here within a community. Most of you have been relegated to your rooms, and it is not fun. Believe me, we know. We have not been to a restaurant. We have not been out to do anything.
No shopping?
Oh, no shopping. Hard to believe. But yes, no, absolutely, I would take the vaccine in a heartbeat. And it is proven that it is both safe and very effective for older people to do this. Epidemiologists have said this time and time again. Herd immunity will come, but it is down the line.
I think it would be really great for the residents to get some relief and peace of mind, to be able to go out and do what they used to do. And it's taken a toll on a lot of them, mentally and physically. And also, to help out our small businesses, around our communities, restaurants and all this, get everybody back to work, stop these restaurants from closing and small business. So it's very important for everybody.
The only way to protect yourself is to get the shot. If you get the shot, you could still carry it, but as long as everybody in the community itself gets the shot, it would lessen the problem quickly. And sooner or later, we would all be able to go to the restaurants and do things that we normally did at Otterbein. But yeah, I think it's very important for as many people as can get it, will take it.
We have to reunite the residents and their loved ones with no barriers. Quality of life, go back to the normal. Go to the restaurant with no barriers. We have to go back on that normal. I hope everybody get a vaccine and enjoy life. Just start now, get a vaccine. You, me, every one of us will enjoy life.
I think the COVID-19 vaccine is important to the Otterbein community because it will finally reunite our residents and their families together once again. I also think it is very important for me as a nurse to lead by example because I took an oath when I graduated nursing school to protect and keep my residents, my patients safe. And it would be very irresponsible of me to not get this vaccination. So, please, as a nurse, as a direct caregiver, we are here to care for our residents and to protect them and keep them safe. Please, please get the vaccine.
Thank you. We appreciate being able to talk to everyone.
And I hope it works. Well, I really do. You know, we used to eat at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And, you know, as I said, we haven't seen the
We
restaurant.
miss all our buddies.
So I hope the information that was just shared, along with the thoughts and feelings from some of our residents and partners, have helped answer some of your questions and made you really think about getting the vaccine and why it is so important. And finally, I just want to wish all of you from the entire Otterbein Lebanon team a very Merry Christmas.